Kill you.
When in Rome, they say. Welcome everybody to I Dream of Indie. My name is Ole Gamer Joe, and I just got done playing through the first 3 hours of The Forgotten City on the Steam PC platform. This title is also going to be heading to all of the major consoles, and I know what you might be thinking, another generic adventure RPG. Well, no, there's a cool time loop mechanic here that plays not only into the storyline that's going on, but also into some of the gameplay. The game opens up with you being pulled out of the river by a complete stranger, and of course she has some questions, as you might expect. You'll have to name your character and then choose a gender. After you've exchanged pleasantries, she has a favor to ask of you. I guess it's the least you could do considering she pulled your ass out of the river. She wants you to help her buddy Al, who is trapped in the ruins, to get the hell out of there, and so you go into these ruins and try to find Al. I'm not going to spoil exactly what's happened to Al, but armed with your flashlight, you eventually stumble across a portal into the past, and that's where the time loop mechanic really comes into play, and you're transported all the way back to early days of Rome. The main area that you find yourself in for the first few hours of gameplay is fairly large, but I was able to collect my bearings quite quickly, and you'll meet quite a few interesting characters as well. In fact, most of the early hours involve different conversations and objectives running between one area to another and solving various characters' different problems. But the real neat part about this is you might actually break the golden rule from time to time, and that's a big no-no in this game because breaking that golden rule will cause all hell to be unleashed, and you'll have to quickly run back to the time portal, jump through, and then jump back to Rome and correct your previous errors. Throughout the different conversations that you'll be having, there's a lot of different dialogue to go through, as you might expect. You don't have to listen to it all over and over again, because once you go back in time and then go forward in time again, you'll realize that you can kind of make the game work in your favor. For example, you'll know things that happened already, so you can tell certain characters to go take care of those quests for you. You don't have to go retread and do them again. One example of this is a character that wants to jump off a bridge, is pretty severely depressed, and is successful at doing so, but you can go back in time and perhaps alter the outcome of this. I thought this was a neat mechanic, and I give a lot of credit to this very small team, just 3 folks that worked on this game. Very impressive stuff. Personally, I think this game's going to appeal to folks that are really more into the conversation aspect of these games and making choices. That seems to be where the developers have put most of their focus, but I will say that there is some combat that has finally shown up, and it's about what you would expect. First-person kind of generic stuff here. I was using the golden bow to shoot some weird golden statues in the head, and you can kind of kick them away for hilarious results as well. It's satisfactory, but nothing exceptional. But one neat mechanic here is that you can also use that golden bow to help you get across areas that were otherwise inaccessible. So there will be a little bit of light puzzle solving, so that appears to be the case anyways. But yeah, there's a ton of dialogue here. You can skip through it rather quickly, and again, because of the way this game is set up, there are repeat conversations, but they're easy enough to simply scroll through. You won't be having to hear the same dialogue over and over again. I also have to say, again, for a small team, this game looks fantastic. They've done an excellent job bringing this city to life. It feels realized, lived in. I was able to play the game at 1440p on the Epic setting, so of course I was able to take advantage of some pretty good hardware. You might not have that option, but boy, you can make this game look pretty glorious. I did get a few stutters here or there, but nothing that made me want to turn the settings down, and it wasn't very frequent. On the subject of glorious things, the soundtrack is also quite stirring in this game. It fits the theme perfectly. There's some beautiful orchestration here, some wonderful strings at work. I thought it was excellent. The voice acting, not half bad either. I will say some of the facial animations are a bit stiff, but hey, I've seen that be a problem in even the biggest of AAA games, so I'm not gonna knock the developers too hard for that. Overall, my first 3 hours have been a pretty positive experience with this one. I'm definitely enjoying the different conversations, meeting the characters, and the time loop mechanic more than the combat, I would say. There is some light platforming that you're going to be dealing with here too, and that doesn't feel all that great. In fact, that's kind of why I stopped playing right now. I'm stuck in a section where I can't figure out how to climb up a rock. But overall, if you're looking to support a small indie team with big ambitions and an interesting concept within an adventure RPG, perhaps keep The Forgotten City on your radar.
Now I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Thank you so much for watching the latest video from I Dream of Indie. We really appreciate it, and we would now like to take a moment to thank our great indie warriors who support us through channel memberships. Mitchell Hall, Kevalo, Bunny, Bill Tikaz, Christian Cruz, Strict9, Rosie Syntax, Chris Jackson, Nathan Moore, Peach, Adriana Amato, CJR, Jesse, Falco Lombardi, C. Coil, and Skepticism. Thank you for everything you do for independent games, developers, publishers, and for I Dream of Indie. Everybody else, head down to that description box below and help us defeat that echo chamber and bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming.